What's going on, y'all? It's J Smo Reviews here, back at it again with another video, man. Bringing you guys today a little predictions video again, as RBE has put in their next installment of the Full Circle series. 4 battles here, matchmaking wise, got some questions, got some, I got some thoughts, right? And then obviously a couple storylines here to talk about. So going to be a quick 4 battle prediction, but right before, because like I said, quick one today, we're just going to get right into it. Want to say thank you guys for letting me know, and my apologies on the audio the last couple of videos. I've noticed that apparently the audio's been low, so I'm not the most tech savvy, right? But I've been trying a bunch of different shit. You guys let me know if this ends up being better, for the content quality, and I'll just keep messing with it until we get it back right. But without further ado, let's get right into the battles. So I'm not going to talk about them in the order of how they're on the flyer. I'm going to go more by order of interest for me, right? And whatever ranks at top probably has more storyline to talk about. But there's a few of these matchups, that I don't like, kind of alluded to it. And the first one I got to talk about is Swave Seva versus Jag. And I want to throw I can't even really throw any bail, you know what I mean? Matchup-wise, you could say they could have a real talk, kind of gritty convo. Maybe they have some similarities that match up, but first of all, the production of both of them recently isn't anything that would get you super excited for a battle coming up. I mean, Jag has even been in this setting versus Arsenal. I was not a fan of that battle. I saw some people were, but I personally was not a fan of that battle. Thought that it was a very going through the motions type of battle. Filler content, if there ever was any. I mean, very outdated bars, particularly from Arsenal's side. I think Jag tried, but it just wasn't a very explosive performance. I don't know if the Full Circle setting really complements his style, even though he had a couple good Blue Room performances. I just wasn't a fan of him in Arsenal. Then you look at the Swave Seva side of things. I mean, listen, we're far removed from the days of Swave Seva being the #1 gatekeeper in battle rap, where he's, more as active as any other battle rapper, right? And kind of sharpening his craft. You look at his last 3 battles, I can remember. You have City Towers on QB's League. That's a rough performance. You have Remedy Loco in the Blue Room, which is a pretty good performance. It is Remedy Loco, but you've made moments out of it. Your raps were pretty good in that scenario. And then before that, I'm probably missing a battle, but as far as I can remember, I remember the Anderson Burris battle on URL, going back to, I think, 2022, and obviously that wasn't very good. So he's hit or miss nowadays. I mean, he's just in a different section of his career, and sort of like what I'm saying with Jag, I don't know if the Full Circle setting complements Swave's style, who's been doing a lot more jokes and long build-ups with no reaction in the room. It's going to be better for the guys rapping straight through their material and kind of quickly at that, in my opinion. So if I had to predict someone going in, I'm going to give Swave a little bit more respect as the legend that has more experience under his belt, and in a battle where I'm not really believing the content's going to be great on either side. I'm really worried about the footage quality on it. I'll still give more respect to the vet in this one, but not exactly dying over that matchup, right? And then from there, someone that we mentioned with Jag, who we battled, Arsenal, in the Full Circle setting, you get Rosenberg versus Arsenal. And listen, it raises the name stake a little, and then for Rose, I think it is a good look to get Arsenal, at some point, even with the state Arsenal has been in, rapping-wise, it's good to get him on your resume. But more so than these two with Swave and Jag, they're not as active, so them not being as good, maybe you're not even expecting as much from them, right? But Rose and Arsenal got some high names in this culture, right? But their production as of recent, it makes it hard for me to be excited about this matchup. First of all, with Arsenal, I can end up on a long rant here, so I'm not going to do what I usually do. I could, but he hasn't tried. You know what I'm saying? And it's very similar. I said to Suga a couple of videos ago. It's a donation season. He's pulling up to people's cities, he's battling them, and he's donating W's. You're getting an Arsenal that is choking, that is coming with short rounds, that is coming with content that he's either had in damn near in another battle, or is just anything. He could have wrote for anyone at any time, and that's kind of the filler raps we speak of, and that's a term that gets overused in battle rap. A lot of times when people don't hear a punch, they may call it filler. With Arsenal, it is indeed raps that are just there to get to the end of the raps. I mean, you look at his Coffee Brown battle as of recently, his Capo Bravado battle as of recently, and I could go on and on about the random 1-round and 3-round ventures where he's just showing up, getting a bag, and leaving. And on Rosenberg's side of things, I actually think there is effort being shown. He's pretty good in the Av battle, although he loses, right? He's good in the Mike battle, although a lot of people have him losing. I think it's a close battle, but I would say most people have him losing, though. And in the Shayna battle, he's not good. So there's more effort shown from Rose, but, there was a choke. There was a choke in the Av battle, so there still is signs of little slippiness here, and he's on a losing streak. I just described a losing. He's been pretty good, but I did just describe a losing streak to you. So on either side, I can't say I'm looking like the most forward to this in terms of high-level competition. Both of them are very good pure rappers. I'd actually say that's what they're both best at. If I had to choose a battle rap attribute that's both of their best, they both just rap really well. If I'm going to go prediction-wise going in, I'm going to go Rose off of that content and effort. Like, I just think he's going to try more to attack with the rhymes that he's rapping. And then I think he can match Arsenal in terms of catching pockets that are good, like, sonically to hear. So this battle goes as far as the effort that they give. There is potential this could be a good little battle. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth with the pockets. They both can even, I think Rosenberg has the ability to kind of meet him on the disrespect side without it getting too cringy. Rose has had bars like that where they're not flat out wordplay punches. They're just kind of like belittling you, disrespecting you, right? So there is a little hope for this battle, but with the way they've both been performing, it's hard to really buy into that hope. So I have Rosenberg winning going in, but another one that I'm not dying over. And that leaves you with the last two battles of the card, which I both think have a little bit more upside and potential here. And the one I want to talk about first is Ill Will versus Emerson Kennedy, which I actually have as my battle of the night pick going in. I think this could be a good one. But similar to the next battle we'll talk about, it's all about the effort of the bigger name here. And listen, Ill Will was good in his last full circle battle. Very good versus Aver. Big battle. Battle before that, Payne was his qualification battle back for Cody last year. I really wanted him to take a fourth battle, and he just ended up taking Payne and getting smoked. There was no effort in that. Reminds you a bit of the Straight to It battle. We'll talk about Straight to It a little more in the next battle too. Mind you, it was Straight to It battle versus Rosenberg Raw, where once again he was battling down, giving a shot, and the effort just wasn't fully there. And it makes me worry a bit for the EK battle. What does he have to gain? I mean, listen, he could very well be good here. I think if Ill Will is even 80 to 90% and just shows effort, not even 100%, just good, his peak range is just up there. He's too talented of a battle rapper, where I think EK could reach up there with him. But if he fucks around at all, EK could very well win this battle. Not just if he chokes, he's going to lose, but even if he's 60 to 70%, just going through the motions, EK's performance level rises to his level of competition. And it's been like this the last couple years where even though he threw some of these battles, right, like New Jersey Twerk and like Rum Nitty, he's putting them together, the crowd, the area, his raps are undeniably great in those battles. You know what I'm saying? That's not even mentioning battles like Geechee Gotti, like his one-rounders versus JC and T-Top, right, where he's showing high-level rapping ability when it matters. However, he did lose all those battles, although he rapped good, because his top-tier opponent took him serious and rapped good as well. So hey, listen, hopefully that's a good pattern. It continues. Ill Will gives full effort in this battle and is able to get the W. I do predict him 2-1 going in. But if he has those lapses in focus and effort like he did in his past battles battling down, particularly on RBE, I could see a scenario here where EK sneaks it. Pen style in that empty room, full circle kind of setting. Didn't work great for him during COVID, but he's gotten so much better since then. I could see a world where EK really shocks some people in this battle. Like I said, I'm going Ill Will 2-1 because I'm not betting against him right now. But if this scenario kind of blows up in his face and it's another battle where he gets smoked battling down, I wouldn't be too shocked. And that leaves you with the final battle, probably the most storyline behind it, the most talk, and that is Big K versus Coach in the main event here. And listen, shout out to Coach, was the best brick, not just a brick, the best brick. He had beaten Payne, in my opinion, really like number one power ranking type of battle. Then he just kind of was an RBE, their brick, which we didn't find out till way after it happened. Like people started realizing. Then nobody was bricks. Then bricks were arguing with former bricks, and now the man's back on full circle. We don't know what's going on over there, man. We don't know what's going on with the brick process, any of it, and I'm really tired of hearing about it, man. I'm happy other cards are dropping and stuff because the topic has went on for way too long. But Coach is back, right? And he's earned it. He was, like I said, the number one of that process of what we know. It was him and Payne. He ends up beating Payne. Also, puncher versus puncher matchup. It makes total sense for your number one, new guy. You're going to keep giving him looks if he's kind of beating the rest of his class. And apparently this Big K battle was supposed to have been happened. Apparently it was booked, and that was before ARP kind of just changed RBE as we knew it. No more big stream pay-per-views. So now they've spun back and put it on Full Circle. So like with the way his progression was going, him getting a Big K battle makes sense. I think it's a good look for Coach, where even though he hasn't really been beating the top tier competition I've seen him battle, Chef Trez, Geechee Gotti, I personally even had B Magic winning that battle versus him. Although you could debate it, I thought he did pretty good in that battle. So even though he hasn't been winning, he's been doing pretty good in these battles, like getting his body of work together, like just trying to get better. I am worried, though, about how I was worried about Ill Will's effort versus EK. I'm even more worried about Big K in this one, just because similar to Ill Will in the straight to it setting, Big K was having battles in there, and we know the Reed battle is where he pulls out the phone, right? It's cool versus Jay Mills, but it's all like very going through the motions, right? Kind of how I talked about Arsenal earlier. Big K has a bag like that he can get into. Now this year, he's got 3 battles that have happened. He's battled down twice. He battled Appa on iBattle. Not the best footage. I had him winning that battle, but going through the motions a bit. He did beat Next. Pretty good battle, just handled business. And then him and Marv just battled on Ruin Your Day. I think many of you maybe haven't seen it, and neither of them took it that serious. Jokes, stumbles. He won basically just off of Marv not being clean, but the footage isn't crazy on that one. Following his Cody year, he just hasn't had big matchups where he's able to kind of, the Bill Collector, the Tay-Rock matchups, the Twerk matchups, things like that, to continue giving great high-level performances, kind of keep his name up there. He's kind of been battling down, and he's been giving you, when he's in a big battle, he gives you big battle effort. He looks like one of the best in the world because he has that ability. When he's battling down, he's kind of given a reserved form, so I wonder if that's going to happen here with Coach. Granted, talked about it over and over. Pure rappers do good in the Full Circle. And I love the way Big K just straight raps. So I think that will help him here. If anything, if he gives a performance like he did versus Next, not the craziest, but just good, he can win this battle versus Coach here. But the question is, will he bring that effort, right? Will he bring the punches to match it? So I don't know. He's been handling business. I am going to predict him 2-1 edge going in, but similar to the Ill Will battle, I think Big K and Will here, and this is that high risk, low reward kind of factor. I have both of them going in because I expect them to continue to be top battle rappers. They have been doing good things, but if there's any scenario where Coach can beat Big K and EK can beat Ill Will, it's probably this one. So I'm going Big K 2-1, but like I said, with these top 2, I'm really not as confident with my picks as I'd like to be, but I'm still going to have to bet on that top talent potential, you know what I'm saying, cashing out. And plus, it's the first Full Circle kind of RB looks in a minute, and these 2 are the absolute kings of that platform and Hall of Famers and what they've done. So hopefully they'll hold it down, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about the battles down below, man. How do you feel about the 4 battles they announced? I'm trying to spice it up, give the angles that'll make it great, but 2 of these battles I don't like. 2 of them I think can be good, but I also think could be bad, just depending on how everybody feels that day and how they feel about these particular matchups. So please let me know your favorite matchup, who you think could have like an upset performance of the night, anything like that. And if you think these are good for the Full Circle setting, because I've been very critical of the setting. The last few ones they threw were some of their best, but hopefully this isn't a return to the original form where guys are just kind of rapping, getting through their raps, and it's not really treated like high-level competitive battle rap. But it's been Jay Smo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, let me know what you think about these 4 battles. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.